Today we're going to consider what you need to think about if you are a very tall player. So for all you tall players out there, one of the really important parts is obviously to try and get lower and to try and lower your centre of gravity. So the easiest way is to really make sure that first up you spread your feet nice and wide. So once you've got your feet nice and wide, you can see that your centre of gravity starts to lower. But the next important part is to really bend your knees. So you've got to start to get down into a low position so that you start to get lower to the table and you can start to execute your shots. As you can see, I've just grown 10 centimetres for this demonstration. What we need to do obviously then is to get nice and low. From up here, it's difficult to play your shots and it's also more difficult to sight the ball as it's coming towards you. From down here, when you're low, you're seeing the ball much better. One of the key areas that players will target against you as a tall player is your middle. In the middle, because you've got longer levers, this area becomes more difficult. By getting down nice and low, then you can start to utilise your waist better and utilise the twist to cover that area in the middle. So here and here. If you're up straight, then this area becomes a lot larger. This middle area becomes more problematic. The next thing to think about as a tall player is to start to use the advantage of having your reach. Now, if you start to create angles, it's much harder for them to get you out of your reach on those wide angles. So by opening up angles, you're going to make the other player move a lot more, but hopefully you'll be able to cover a lot of that area really well yourself because of your reach. So there have been tall players that have reached the very top in world table tennis. Jorgen Persson, world champion. Vladimir Samsonov, world highly ranked for a long time and runner-up at the World Championships. So as a tall player, don't despair, you can reach a really good level at table tennis. Don't forget though, as a tall player, don't disregard all those other fundamentals of table tennis, such as working on your serve, working on your return of serve, and working on your movement. So as if you are tall, movement is still absolutely vital. Think about how you're going to make movements to cover that middle area if you can. Okay? Sometimes that ball will be a little bit wider and you do need to move out wider still. So work on those fundamentals just as any other player would.